Hi folks, Dale Fredericks here. Today I'm going to take you through some of the steps that I use in teaching a horse how to back up. And like most things, I start from the ground and I start with pressure on the nose as opposed to bit pressure. And we've already covered this in our advanced leading video, but basically what we're doing is we're getting the horse to back up off of very little pressure off the halter. If we don't get any response, we're going to give a tug and then a bigger tug and a bigger tug until we get some response. But in the end, we want to get them to move off as little pressure as possible. Once we get that going pretty good, we can switch to a bosal, a hackamore. And we're going to do basically the same thing, just going to have a little different feel. So before we get on them, we're just going to get them used to the feel on the ground. We're going to do pretty much the same thing. Of course, this mare's already been ridden quite a bit, so she's not going to require much, if any, bumping. But if she didn't back up, we would give her a little bump and then a progressively harder bump until we got the desired response. And once we got them backing pretty good on the ground, we're going to go to the saddle. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to stop them. And you can see she's starting to back just off the movement of the reins. But if she didn't, I would give her a little bump and a little harder bump. And I might alternate my hands depending on if she was stiffer to one side or the other. Another thing that I like to do, I like to teach them to back off of my body. And the way I do that is I just squeeze my upper legs. And I don't know if they can actually feel your knees, or if it's just a change in your body position. But that just gives us one more signal to use along with our reins. And I don't like to get my weight back either. I think that restricts the horse's backward motion, puts too much weight on their hindquarters. Okay, once we got, I should mention that first, I'm not too concerned about the head position. We just want to get the whole body moving. And once we got that going pretty good, then we can start trying to get them in a little more bridle up posture. So what I'm going to do is I'll squeeze her up a little bit into the hackamore. I'll get her nose and then I'll back her up. And if she starts to go out of that posture, I'll squeeze her ahead again. Get her to flex at the pole, and then I'll back up. And once you get all that going pretty good, you can go ahead and start, and this is over a time period, of course, of, I don't know, maybe several weeks or a couple months. But after you get them going pretty good, we can start trying to increase the speed backwards. And I just squeeze with my legs. At first they might not know what to do. They might try to go forward. So you just steady them with your bosal rein, with your macate. And of course if they get confused, just back off and let them think about it and just go at it in a more gradual fashion. So first I'm gonna squeeze her up a little bit, get her to flex at the pole, then I'm going to back her up, and I'm going to apply my lower legs a little bit. And we just want to go by degrees too. Don't try to go 100 miles an hour at first. Just gradually get more speed over a period of time. Another thing we can start working on is to getting them to move their hindquarters. So again, I'm going to squeeze her up, get her to yield at the pole. Then I'm going to put my right leg a little bit back and push her hindquarters over. Now at first she might not know it. Well, they're probably not going to respond. So push them over a little bit, then back up. Then you can push them over a little bit again, and then back up again. The same thing if you want to back to the right. Squeeze them up. Start backing. Put your left leg back a little bit. And again, do it over a period of time. Just be content with a couple steps at first, and gradually make it a little bit more difficult. I think that pretty much covers what I do in the Hackamore. Once I've got them going pretty good with a Hackamore, I'll add a snaffle bit, and in our next video I'll show you how to do that. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.